So you want your videos to sound better. Within the next few minutes, I'm going to be showing you 3 different budget-friendly microphones that will immediately improve the sound of your audio. Let's go. Welcome back to the EditMate channel. I'm film director Leef Parks, and today we have a treat for you. A showdown between 3 budget-friendly microphones that promise to improve your audio game. Whether you're a seasoned content creator or you're just starting out, improving your audio does not have to break the bank. Now, before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video from your friends here at EditMate. Now let's jump in. This is a mini microphone. It does have a wire connected to it. I'm doing the test through my iPhone, so it has to be connected to my iPhone in order to work. But you could also use it through a camera. But being that most of content creation these days is made with a phone, I'm going to be testing it with the phone. So now we're tuned into the phone vision, and we have a busy street behind us. There's a lot going on, but I wanted to see how this mic sounded with the test of some noise going on in the background. There's not a lot of people talking, not a lot of big crowds, but there's a lot of cars and a lot of movement behind me that could easily be picked up through the mic. Now, the one downfall to this mic is that it does have a cord, so you can't go very far. Using this mic for a little over a week now, you do have to be careful about where you place the mic. When it's here, it sounds really distorted and really loud. I hear a lot of people on social media using their mics like this, and it just doesn't sound good. And the same as if it's far away. If the mic is far away, you don't hear me as much. So you have to make sure you're holding it within proximity. But it's a great mic for content creation, especially if you're doing small interviews or anything like that, because it's appealing. People will want to watch because you're holding a mini mic, and you don't get to see a mini mic a lot. So for $9, let me know in the comments if you think that this audio held up for its price point. Next up, we have our mid-range champion and probably the most popular mic out of all of these mics that we're showing today. Priced at just 25 bucks. It's the wireless, what I'll call the TikTok mic. I see it promoted on TikTok all the time, and we're gonna put it to the test to see if the price jump is worth the investment. This mic has a clip on it, which is great because you can just clip it to you. I'm gonna hold it for this example, but just being able to clip it to you and not do anything is perfect. And I don't know how far of a distance I can go with this, but I'm gonna try and get across the street to see if these mics will hold up with the distance. All right, now I gotta make it across the street and back. Now, with the last microphones, I wasn't really able to do the distance test because it had a cord attached to it. But being that there's no cord on this and it's claiming that it's wireless and able to go to distance, we're able to test this mic. I also want to do the far and near test where I hold the mic really, really close and when I hold the mic really, really far, so that we can get a true test to see how good this mic is. Let me know in the comments if the TikTok mic passed the test and it's worth the investment to go from $9 to 25 bucks. Getting back across this very busy street is a whole challenge. Last but not least, we have our most expensive price tag, our heavyweight contender, the newer CM28 microphone. Now, I've been playing with this one for a little bit, but let's see if the premium price results in premium quality. The first test is always a far and near test. We have to see how it sounds when it's really, really far away from us and how it sounds when it's really, really close up to us. Now, the difference between this mic and the other mics is you can change the sound settings of your mic. You can change it to where it's really low and not picking up a lot unless you're really close to it, or like right now where it's picking up everything because it's so turned up. Now, if these decibels were a little lower, I may be able to balance out the sound a little bit, but for the sake of this test and trying to make sure the mics perform well even at the highest volume, I'm gonna keep it at this level for the duration of this test. When it's at its max, I feel keeping the mic a little bit of distance away from you or keeping it maybe in the middle of your chest is the best sounding. When it's too close up or too close to your lips, as if you would a professional mic, it gets a little distorted. But like I said, with this mic, you can turn down those decibels. Now that we're across the street, we can really do the distance test to see if it's gonna still connect. I did this test once before, and maybe it wasn't connected to the phone properly or something, but I could not hear myself speaking. So I'm doing the test again just to make sure that the audio is coming through, especially while all these cars and trucks and bikes and construction workers and the whole 9 yards are still rolling through. And that's it. That's the test. I hope you can hear me. I hope the audio came through. I know I was holding the mic a little bit closer than I normally would, but with the distance test, I feel so far that I feel like I gotta be up here for some reason. So that's it. Now that we're back inside, let's go through some of the features on these mics and some of the pros and cons I've experienced while using these mics. Before we do that though, I have to let you know that I will not be using these mics anymore for the indoor test because they all sound perfectly fine indoors. There's no problems with them except the near and far tests, which react exactly the same outside as they did inside. I want to start this off by saying all of these mics were ready to use right out of the box. Even the ones you had to charge were literally ready the minute I got a hold on to them. Now I did charge them fully for our test, but they were ready to go. So our first mic is our mini mic. And it was a cool mic. In comparison, this is a real mic and this is how big the mini mic is. Overall, I did like this mic. I found it fun to use. I don't know how functional it is or how durable it'll be or how nice it is to carry around, but I did find it fun to use. The cord is not super long. I measured the cord, it's about 43.5 inches. One of the big downfalls is that you can't use it automatically with an iPhone, and I had to use an adapter in order to use it, but luckily I had an adapter sitting around. I was able to plug it in and use it right away. You also cannot hear your phone's volume while this is plugged in, but they do have a jack for headphones if you ever did need to hear the audio at the same time, because it is unpredictable what you're going to get out of this. You have no idea how it's going to sound until your video comes out. So if someone is talking too loud or has the mic too close, it can sound really, really distorted. But as long as you keep it a good distance away from you and you're not right up on it, it's really not that bad of an option. I'd say the cons are definitely you have to be within proximity because the cord can only go oh so long. This mic is honestly great for short interviews or street interviews, anything of that nature, especially on social media. I think this mic can work out just fine. You just have to be aware of the sound levels. Now, some of the things that came in the box for this was a windshield, so you can put this on top of your mic, although I did find it quite hard to get on, which I'm trying to do now. But once it's on there, I'm pretty sure it provides enough shielding to make it work. And this is what it looks like when it has its windshield on. There's also kind of like this rinky-dink stand that it comes with, which I guess is cool too, because you can put the mic right in here. But I don't really know what I would use this for or what it is used for. It doesn't look like it can clip onto anything. But maybe if you just need somewhere to sit your mic and hold it while you're not using it, this could be great. Our second mic was the TikTok mic, and this mic is small and compact, and it actually comes with a pair. So you can use these mics as an interviewer and an interviewee. You can clip them on you. It comes with 3 clip-ons so that if you lose one, you can also replace it. But this mic was great, and once I turned it on and plugged in the receiver, which also needs to be charged at some point, there's a green light that comes on both of these to say, hey, I am received or I am paired with the device, and it's ready to use right out of the box. Now, I'm not sure how long the battery life is or anything like that, but when I took it out the box, they were ready to use. They already had some juice in them, and it didn't take me long before plugging it into my phone and just start speaking. So I really enjoyed these mics and how easy they were to use. Now, for my cons with this mic, I don't love how when you clip this on, you can only clip it sideways. So it can only clip on like this or like this, but you can't clip it necessarily like this without it leaning unless you have a buttoned up shirt or something of that nature. So I didn't love that, but honestly, not a lot of cons about this mic. You can't adjust the sound at all. So if you are here, it's gonna sound ridiculous. If you're too far away, you're not gonna hear you. So you do have to worry about the proximity of which this mic is, but if you just clip it to yourself somewhere, you should be fine using this mic. Our last and final mic was the newer CM28. Now, this is the newer CM28, and the great thing about this is the charging case. So you only have to charge the case in order to get this to work. Now, like I said, all these mics were ready to use right out the box. So when I opened it up, it already had juice in the receiver and the 2 mics. That's right, this has 2 mics as well. Now, when it comes to features, this has it. I love the charging case. I don't think I've ever had mics with a charging case. This way your mics are always fully charged. Even if your charging box isn't fully charged, you are fully charged with your mics and your receiver at all times. Now, they pair automatically. The minute you take this out and take this out, they're already on and they're already paired and ready to go. As soon as you plug this receiver in, this mic is picking up. Now, it also comes with 2 adapters for the receiver. This way you can use it for an iPhone, or if it takes the USB-C, you can plug it right into either phone, no matter what port you have, and start using this mic instantly. Another thing I told you about outside is how you can change the decibels. So right up close on this, you can see that little volume button going up, higher, 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 lower. So if you're in a noisy environment, you can have it here. If you're in a quiet environment, you have no problem using it here. And as you can see, the mic, you can see the sound waves. The mic is picking up my voice more here, even though the mics are sitting on the table. And when I have it this low, you can barely see them moving unless I talk really loud. So that's one of the cool features with this mic. You can also change your mic type to be mono or stereo or safety, where it's recording a safety layer of sound, which we can get into in another video. But let's talk about these mics. These mics are great from what I've used so far. You have a clipping option or a magnetic option. I like the magnetic option because you can just put the magnet here, put this here, and it's just stuck on. It's very clean. It's not clipped up, it's not to the side, it's not brushing against anything. I can put this down in the middle of my chest if I wanted to, which I believe is the most optimal sound. And you get clear audio immediately. I really like the ease of use. Even compared to my professional mics that I use, some of them take a little more setup to use. These were right out of the charging case, ready to use. And to be honest, I think most of these mics, I think all the mics are worth the price point for where they are. It just depends on what kind of investment you'd like to make. Now, the cons with this are not many, but I did have a hard time connecting it, or there were some connectivity issues when I was doing the test outside, and I couldn't hear the mic. When I did the second test, it was fine, so maybe it was me, I didn't have it plugged in all the way. But that is probably the only issue I ran into. And this mic has a windshield you can attach to it. Now, I've had mics before where the windshield was kind of dingy, but this one is perfect because it's not only a windshield, but you put it on and you twist. That way, windshield isn't going anywhere. If you've never had a windshield that just clipped on, then this probably isn't an issue for you. But if you've ever had a windshield that didn't twist, you know that they are so easy to fall and pop off and you lose them all the time. But this, it's very sturdy. I think it's well made. I think they thought about the content creators a lot while making this. So I don't have too many bad reviews about this one, but it's all about what works best for you. As far as audio quality, you'll have to let me know in the comments which one you think performed better. But let's get back outside. So there you have it, guys. 3 budget-friendly microphones battling it out for a spot in your video setup. Let us know in the comments what your setup is right now and if you're looking to upgrade. Remember, if you liked this video or found it helpful at all, leave a comment, drop a like, and remember to subscribe so you never miss a video. From myself and your friends at EditMate, peace.